Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast for leaderpreneurs, entrepreneurs, men and women. Learn the essentials and soft skills of the strenuous life. I'm J.R. Hendrick, your host. Today, this episode is kind of dedicated to the men. Women are more welcome to listen to it. What makes a man a man? I probably must have dealt with this once before, but, well, we need to go ahead and deal with it. Let's try one thing that's kind of a basic thing. And that is the subject of the male hormone, testosterone. Now, many people see it as, the sex hormone, but I also think it's also what gives a man energy and endurance. And what I also think makes a man, one that don't mind getting up fishing. Go fishing at 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Bring a little breakfast, wait for the fish to bite. So I say, JR, what the heck? What's this got to do with entrepreneurship? Well, has a lot to do with men, that entrepreneurship. I'll ask you this, man. How can you stay awake during an important business meeting if you don't have that endurance hormone? It's more than just, the sex hormone and how I can flex my muscles. Alright? Some men think that that's what makes a man, but come on, don't be stupid. Yeah, the physical qualities of a man makes a man, but that don't make the whole picture of a man a man. How about the character of a man? See, it's like I tell business associates. I go by what's known as the gentleman's code. I believe in the gentleman's code, if you know what I mean. Where you learn how to treat the ladies right. Now that's what makes a man a man. Yes, testosterone flowing through your veins, that's one thing that helps. But the sexual part of manhood ain't all that makes a man. What makes a man is this. Are you going to start acting like a man? I had a roommate in college. My second semester of my junior year. And one time we was in a heated argument, and he said, "Are you going to start acting like a man, or are you going to start acting like a wuss?" Of course, his interpretations of manhood were far different than mine. Really, at that age, I was just trying to figure out what a real man is, what a godly man is. I'd like to take high school and college kids, really show them the values that a man should have. See, testosterone's only a part of the equation. Anybody that have the strength and the fortitude and constitution to know that, knows that. But what about the values and traits of a man? You ever taken a look at his morals? That's important. Can he treat a lady right? I'm serious. Well, just the other day at church, I opened the door for a lady that rode with me to church. You know, gentleman's code. Ladies first. That's just common sense. Alright? The Lord has a way of blessing us. And blessing us in many ways. But we have to stop thinking of what makes a man on the externals. Although there are a few things that I think would make a decent man. I wouldn't mind having a fishing partner. This man come to me during the summer and say, "Hey, how'd you like for me to pick you up at 6:30 in the morning, take you fishing for about a couple of hours?" I'd love that. I think many of the powerful traits of manhood is being missing nowadays, even more so with the indoctrinations of our schools. Our country is being sissified by a bunch of socialists. And we got to do something about it. We got to take our country back. We got to start teaching our kids, particularly our sons, what makes a man a man. And then our daughters, how can you recognize what a good man is? Because in our culture, it seems like the girls seem to be more and more attracted to the bad boys. I don't know how long it's been going on, but it's been going on for quite a while. Might I add. Now you might call this one of JR rants. Go ahead. Call it one of my rants. But I'm just going to say what it is, you know. It's what makes a man a man. It's not just the equipment he has, you know, from the outside of his body. It's, is he a gentleman that's a man of his word? You know, my granddad always once said, if a man's word is no good, then he's no good. Number 2, can he treat the lady right? Number 3, would he give the shirt off of his back? Help somebody he cares about. Let me tell you something. One person I learned those values from was my granddad, bless his heart. He was there the first 19 years of my life. And I loved having his support. And then learning the values that's important. You see, America for decades has fallen under these stupid ideas of what culturally makes a man a man. Sitcoms have men as weak or bumbling idiots. Other entertainments have men as weak, while the women make all the decisions in the house. Another thing is also, I'm not saying we have to go back to the gender roles of the 1950s, although I guess in some ways it wouldn't hurt, but once again, I'm not going to play with it. What I'm trying to say is that we all need to know what makes a man a man. Okay, this is something we don't play around with. I'm fortunate to come here and talk to you guys about manhood. Now, the next episode, I promise you, we'll go back to some more related themes. Some of them are going to be deeply spiritual. I'm going to warn you right there. Some of them are going to be deeply spiritual, so I want you to get ready and buckle up your seatbelts. And get ready for quite a ride in this Ballad of Theodore. Theodore Roosevelt was a real man's man. But he was also a gentleman with almost Victorian values, if you know what I mean. But he knew what he was doing. His Victorian values is what taught him how to treat a lady. And that's important. You learn from the best. And that's what makes a man a man. With that, I hope you enjoy listening to the Strenuous Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the Strenuous Life Radio family. It's J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. Do what others won't so you can step out, step up, and step in to have what others can't. Like my daddy always says, think strong, and live a strenuous life. God bless you. Y'all take care now, you hear?